I'm Kyle Freeburn, the MBA Marketing Association President. We are here with MBA Insider Conversations, Practical Knowledge Passed Along. This podcast series features students in the class here at BYU, the MBA program, who are best in class, talking on a variety of topics that can help students prepare and ultimately nail their dream job and be successful in their post-MBA endeavors. Welcome to MBA Insider Conversations, Practical Knowledge Passed Along. Today we're here with Tara Haney from Walmart, Great Value Brand Manager. Tara, it's a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Thank you.
So Tara, why don't you go ahead and tell us your perspective on the preparation that needs to go in to an interview beforehand on the company and the industry.
Sure. So I've been on campus interviewing both for when I worked for Hewlett-Packard and now here for Walmart. And I think one of the most important things you need to do is really research the company and the industry that you're interviewing for. So you should know about new products coming out, who their main competitors are. I think there's a lot of emphasis put on just the financials.
Yeah.
Chances are no one's going to ask you about financials unless you're interviewing for a finance job. I think it's
Right.
really about knowing what are the key competitive issues facing them? Do they understand the terms, the knowledge, the industry buzzwords?
Right.
And you can tell when they've done their research and when they haven't, especially with something that gets really technical, like high tech or even in retail. I think just understanding how people measure success and what are the current issues facing retailers.
Yeah. What do you think are some great go-to resources to hit kind of those special, well, I don't want to say specialty industries, but if you're going for high tech, what do you do? Retail. I think sometimes it's hard to say, okay, look, I read the Wall Street Journal, but how do I really hone in and prep for that home run Walmart interview?
Yeah. So one great resource, they're called Smart Briefs, and you can just Google Smart Briefs, and you can sign up for Smart Briefs where they collect all of the news articles that are coming out on your industry every day.
Right.
So if you are targeting a specific industry, whether it be retailing, high tech, consumer packaged goods, whatever the case may be, they'll send you all of the articles every day, and I would scan them on a daily, weekly basis, because I can tell when someone comes into an interview and they read the Wall Street Journal that day and picked out the one article that was on HP, and it's like, yeah, obviously you only read today's paper, you don't have a good understanding of what's
Right.
really happening, and that really affects your ability to answer the questions effectively.
Right.
And ask knowledgeable questions to the interviewer to figure out if that's someplace that you'd want to work.
Any key thoughts on appropriate ways to address your knowledge of the company or the industry? You don't want to sound too I memorized this fact and I gotta slip it in somewhere. But really being able to showcase that knowledge and that interest without just having it come off inappropriate.
Yeah, and fake. I think I think you'll find ways to answer questions that show that you've thought about the issues facing the particular industry or that particular company, and that will come through in the way that you answer. I also think you can express your interest for working for the company. I've read about this. I think this could be really interesting. Or one of my favorite questions to ask people is, what do you think are the biggest opportunities and threats for XYZ company?
Yeah.
And how would you approach it? You can really get to the heart very quickly of whether or not they understand, who your company is, who the key players are, what issues and opportunities do you really have.
Yeah. So doing that research beforehand and making sure you're ready.
Yeah.
Ready
And I
for
think
game day.
you need to exercise the alumni network. When anyone would tell me they were really interested in HP, if I hadn't talked to them, they weren't really interested in HP, because if you went in the Career Center and asked, I want to work for HP, tell me who I should talk to, anyone in that office would give you my name immediately.
Right.
And so to me it's you need to exercise that network, and the more you talk to people, the better idea you're going to have of, one, the company that you're working for, and two, just how to prepare yourself for the job or an internship.
Yeah. Great advice. Any other final thoughts on just key things to keep in mind in terms of this specific question or topic in the interview?
I think just be prepared. And I don't think you can be too prepared. And the thing is, if you end up accepting a job or an internship with a company that you've researched really well, it'll really help you in that job and in that internship. When I went to work for HP during my summer internship, I had talked to probably 8 or 10 people that had interned there or worked full time.
Wow.
And I think it really helped me get up to speed a lot quicker as to what was happening and you know, what my project was, and helped me
Right.
network throughout the organization because I'd already made contacts
Right.
before I got there. And I think the BYU alumni network is very strong,
Right.
and I think any alumni would be happy to talk to any
Yeah.
current student.
Well, thank you, Tara. Can't thank you enough for your time and
You're
your
welcome.
insights today.